Hi, I'm Jamila and you are live in the Dream Studio Unscripted, where we partner with you to create a life without limits. This is our second segment in a series where I'll be sharing with you 5 different steps or 5 different keys that I've used to motivate myself towards success. The first key that I shared with you in our last segment was that your life is significant and you have a unique assignment that no one else on the planet can complete. Today, I'll be sharing with you a little bit about motivation. I've discovered that motivation is activated when you do and not when you think. So in other words, when you begin to take steps towards your dream or take steps towards your goal by your actions, you become motivated to do more. Motivation is not conceived in your mind. Listen, I know what you might be thinking. I have a goal of losing 25 pounds. I have a goal of returning back to school. I have a goal of maybe starting a business. But I tell you what, I had a significant goal for weight loss. And I got challenged and I got charged to start a motivational organization called the Fit Club at my local church. Now, at that time, I was over 60 pounds overweight. So the person that they were asking to lead up the Fit Club was the most unfit person probably in the whole church. And so I was the person that was least qualified. I was the person that didn't have any fitness certifications, knew very little about nutrition, knew very little about healthy eating, and I got challenged and I got charged to lead a group of people towards living a healthy and active lifestyle. Boy, was I overwhelmed. In fact, I was so overwhelmed and so intimidated by taking this on that I almost quit. I wanted to give up before I even started. So I started off wanting to quit, and then when I got talked out of quitting, I gave a half effort. And I tried to delegate what was really my responsibility to do to other people. And it caused failure, and it caused me to get off track with the group, and it caused us to have mediocre results. But when I committed myself, and I started to actually educate myself about fitness, I started to educate myself about nutrition. I started to educate myself about what it meant to really get my heart rate to the level it needed to be, to burn fat, to increase muscle mass. When I started to really make the investment and not only educating myself, but actually physically getting out there and doing the work, my motivation and my passion for wanting to lead that group increased. I mean, it skyrocketed. We went from having about 20 people that had an average amount of weight loss of about 150 pounds over a 12-week period to now seeing 75 people every Fit Club session for 12 weeks, and our group loses about 300 pounds. So again, it wasn't about being the smartest person in the room. It wasn't about me being the person that had all the information. But when I started to do, and when I started to apply myself, and when I really started to give it everything I got, then I was able to be motivated enough to want to do more. There's also another nugget that I want to make sure we don't lose in this, which is not only was I motivated to do more, but when I started to do what I was supposed to do in terms of leading that group, other people benefited from it. So me being in the position and me really stepping out there and saying I'm going to lead the group with everything I've got has caused now that group to grow into the group that it is today, that is really making change, that is really exciting people, allowing people to put down their high blood pressure medications, allowing people to put down their insulin dependency on diabetic medications, and it really is making all the difference. So, not only is your life significant, and not only do you have a unique assignment that no one else can complete, but your motivation is activated by your ability to do. Now, remember, excellence is a lifestyle, not an event. Choose today to be excellent. Until next time, I'm Jamila, and you're live in the Dream Studio.